We're back, and I want to ask a question about Brexit. If you'll allow me, I just want to understand from the perspective of Estonia what the impact of the Brexit has been so far.
Okay, so Estonia actually, Estonia is an Estonian-speaking country, so it's not an English-speaking country with very close ties to Great Britain for that matter. Estonia does a lot more trade with its immediate neighbors, Scandinavia, Latvia to our south, and also we do have quite a bit of trade into Russia, even though with the ongoing sanctions that has reduced considerably.
Okay.
But one of the things that Estonia is looking at from Brexit is Estonian e-residency, allowing companies from Great Britain who would be otherwise denied trading within the European Union trade zone to set up their businesses in Estonia. And so with the businesses set up through e-residency and through the online platforms in Estonia, the British companies would be able to continue trading within the European Union zone. And of course, so Estonia is benefiting from all the taxation that comes to it from all the companies that are not physically present.
Oh, that's awesome. And how much tax do you charge for a business?
All right, so Estonia has actually quite a number of very favorable tax brackets, particularly for business. Monies that are plowed back into the company are not taxed. Initial years of a new business, there is no corporate tax on it.
What number of years is that?
Okay, no, this is a figure I'm not quite sure off the top of my head, but I think it's the first 5 years of the business.
Really?
Because that's the years that Estonia knows what it takes to get a business on its feet. And if in the very first year, second year, third year, when you really need the company to grow, when you need to pay, you know, like in Kenya, the 30%, corporate tax back to the government, you're killing off the business. But Estonia knows that it needs to allow for the SMEs to grow, for the economy to grow.
So what's the average corporate tax rate in Estonia?
So Estonia is actually one of the countries that has some of the most favorable tax rates within the OECD. So it has a 21% flat tax rate, which is the corporate tax, but then there are quite a number of other taxes that would normally be charged in other countries that Estonia does not.
Yeah.
And so it's, it basically understands the need to have many businesses do well and then get a reasonable small tax percent. And one of the reasons why Estonia can do that is because Estonia has very high tax compliance rate, because the moment tax compliance is high, you're able to charge very little. And so Estonia actually has, again, a very efficient tax method where companies do their taxes, all tax returns online. It takes anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes to complete your annual tax returns, because all the information into the tax return is populated from all the various online digital systems. So all that one would need to do is just confirm that it is correct and click submit. And then, so with that comes very high tax compliance. The other benefit of that very efficient online system is that within 4 days of having done your tax return, the government refunds back any excess tax you've paid throughout the year. And so that again is one of the great incentives of having an efficient digital system.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm going to ask you a question that I'm not sure you have the answer to. Okay. And it's related to tax. And so one of the things that popped into my mind was, with all these digital currencies coming on board, people trading in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, is the government yet able to identify the revenues that are earned from this trading and therefore then tax?
All right, so
the citizens, yeah.
Okay, so because in Estonia all transactions are online, as it were.
Yeah.
80% of all bank transactions are done online. 80% of tax returns are done online. About 95% of all bank transfers, all transactions are done digitally. the percentage of people who ever visit a bank, for that matter, is about 1% only. And so, as it is, Estonia does trade permanently in all digital platforms. And Estonia does indeed actually have currently a system. It's coming up with its own cryptocurrency. And Estonia does use blockchain technology to provide some of the securities in its digital logins for Smart ID. So Estonia does cover all the very new and very exciting fields of technology, and indeed has a thought and a platform for that in the system.
That's brilliant. I mean, I hope you are sharing the learnings that you are experiencing and the benefits you've been able to gather with governments such as ours, so that then we can also borrow from some of those experiences that the country has had. Yeah, but that's great.
So actually Estonia does have quite a bit of exchange, because in fact Estonia has open invitation to all the government officials from Kenya or from the region here to go and visit. Estonia has e-governance academy that offers a lot of insights into our experiences. And equally, any of the government officials who would like to have official visits with the necessary appointments booked with the ministries in Estonia is most welcome to get in touch with the Honorary Consulate here in Nairobi. And I'm most happy to facilitate all the learning that is available from Estonia.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Keep watching. I have more questions. Imagine, we're not done yet. We're going to be talking about things like smart cities. We're going to talk about how we can attract investment in Kenya from Estonia. I know there are only 1.3 million people or thereabouts, but I know we can, get them attracted to Kenya. And so the questions are, what sort of things would we want to sell to Estonia, and those sorts of conversations. So please do subscribe and share these videos. God bless. Bye.